So, it looks like fate itself decided to push you my way. That has to mean something. But Kedron, that's grim news. He may be blunt as a broken axe, but he's loyal as they come. If he sent a non-Rita in his place, then he knew he was dying, and he chose duty over pride. I won't let that go to waste, and neither will you. Truth is, I'd sent him to do the very same task I've just laid before you. Gather the tribes, call the Moot. Now you know how important this is. Yes? Who have you managed to convince?
No, eh? And you've got the seal. Funny how he only remembers us when he needs something. Fine. Go on then, and speak with our chieftain, Angsver. Just try not to piss him or anyone off. The only other way out of this village is a long drop straight down.
You don't belong here. Mother speaks and I listen. She says you must be tested. That's more like it. A true warrior doesn't shy from battle. Come on then, let's see what you're made of. Mother watches. Prove yourself or fall like the rest.
Taiga, what have you done? Why did you leave me like this? So brave, yet so foolish. What am I supposed to do now? Oh! You startled me. Barging into a Dilrida woman's house without knocking. You're lucky to still be breathing. Wait, you're the one who gave him a good death, aren't you? I'm Helmi. Yes, Taiga was my husband. And I suppose I should thank you. I'm only sorry that Taiga is gone. But I am grateful to you. You acted honourably, allowing him to challenge you. No one else was willing to do it. The Dilrida think fighting a madman is dishonourable, as if madness could be caught like a sickness. Madder help me, it's utter nonsense. My poor Taiga.
Off with you, stranger. I don't want to talk. I feel sorrow. Oh, when I saw an outsider, I figured you must have lost your way to end up here, at the Volker tribe. But you, you're not riding ahead, are you? That's why you're here. Can I help you? Speaking so politely to a Volker? You got to be mad. And to answer your question, no, I can't be helped. I just need to be alone. You won't leave me be, will you? Fine, have it your way. How long can a man sulk, anyway? Well, mourning a loss, if you must know. My blade. Shattered into pieces. I've collected every shard and keep them close. It's hard to accept that I'll never wield it in battle again. Aye, I will. Once the sorrow passes. What kind of smith doesn't wield a decent blade of his own? But even so, I could forge a dozen axes, another dozen swords. None of them would replace that blade. It was one of a kind. It was forged from the same metal as the giant swords. I found it after we wiped out our Remor camp. Blood and guts of those wretches were everywhere. And there it was. My sword. It called to me. It was meant to be mine. I shattered it. I realized I couldn't keep going like this. It had all gone too far, far beyond what I could handle. It kept demanding more.
Because everything comes at a price. The sword, it needed proof of loyalty. Proof that we were worthy of each other. And since blood binds best, it demanded blood. When there was no one else to cut down, I let it taste my own. Until, one day, the blood of others wasn't enough anymore. It wanted mine. Aye, so what? Don't give me that look. It's clear you've not spent much time with the Volkers, if things like this bother you. It went dull. Dull as an ulcer. Couldn't even cut through a slab of bear meat. Sometimes, if I went too long without tasting my blood, I'd have to fight with that blunt blade. Felt like punishment for letting it starve. Oh, what, you want them? Fine, take them. I'm not reforging it into a new blade. I need to come to terms with the loss. It was meant to be. But if you can forge something from it, I'll commend you. It's not an easy material to work with. No, that'll be your work, your blade. Just like I once found mine, you'll find yours in the forge's fire. I'll rid myself of what's caused me so much sorrow, and you'll gain something to fight with. A fair trade. Just remember, if it starts whispering to you, there's only one way to deal with it. You'll definitely need Weirdstone. And besides that, it's rare enough to see other people in the Forlorn Swords. But making it to the Volkers, that's another story. Most don't. They get eaten by beasts, their minds twisted by ice weavers, or swallowed by the night. Or they simply decide there's nothing here, and wonder why the hell they should bother coming to us at all. I don't blame them. But since everyone's abandoned us, they can shove it. We'll manage on our own. There's nothing left anyway. That's not it, stranger. Listen closely. Some say Mathair has abandoned us. Me? I'm not sure she was ever really with us in the first place. Well, that doesn't matter. What matters is Volker. I'm loyal to the tribe because loyalty is the only thing with real worth. A man can be broken by the silence when his gods don't answer. He can be broken by death's shadow or the grip of madness. But if he stays loyal to his tribe, deep down in his heart, it means that everything fades, except devotion. I'll take a look at what I've got. Maybe something will catch. What brings you? I'll take a
Greetings, stranger. I'm Engsvar, the chieftain of the Volkil tribe. What brings you here? Ah, Taig. Taig was a problem. The poor man had gone mad. He claimed to hear Mother's voice, that the goddess was commanding him to fight and die a noble death. Someone would have granted him that death long ago. It would have been kinder than his torment. But defeating a madman in combat brings no honor, so he suffered. And we suffered alongside him. Your act was an act of mercy. It's good that someone finally took it upon themselves to do it. We'll need to inform Helmi, Taig's widow. It's best if you handle it. Offer her your condolences. And don't worry, she'll understand that it had to be done. Really? Me? A representative of the madmen forsaken by Mother? Does he think I don't know we're the joke of the other tribes? What? Does he want them to laugh in my face instead of behind my back? That's what we are in the eyes of the other Dalrita. Sure, they respect our berserker's fury, when it's not too frequent, and when it happens to serve their battles. But deep down, they see it as madness. They're afraid that in our rage, we might mistake them for the enemy. An agreement. For centuries, every tribe has only looked out for itself. A single conversation isn't going to change that. Besides, with the others there, we'll never be treated as equals. That's just the way it's always been. Unfortunately, I must refuse. The Volkil tribe will not join the Moot. We have our own issues to attend to. There is one thing, but I'm not sure you can do much about it. It's embarrassing to ask an outsider for help, but I have no other choice. Not far from the village, there's a hill that used to be the seat of our elders. At least, it was. Until bandits moved in and likely killed everyone there. They've destroyed the bridge, fortified the stronghold, and now they sit there, practically spitting in our faces. I know. We've fallen far. Once, we were a proud tribe. Now, we're stuck watching petty thugs parade around our own land. Mother is clearly showing us what she thinks of us. We did. We lost too many good warriors. We underestimated them. On top of that, many Volkir left to join One Eye. So our numbers are thin. We don't even have our Berserker potion. We lost it, along with Mother's grace. Yes, but if my warriors couldn't do it, I don't expect you to manage it alone. Still, maybe if you could sneak in there somehow and... I don't know. Either way, anyone who helps drive those dogs off our land will be rewarded. I appreciate your courage, though I hope it is courage, and not just foolish bravado.
Ah, so you're the one who lit up this sad old pillar. You almost caused a stir among those sad lumps. Almost. So, I guess you're not exactly what they've been waiting for. But you've certainly piqued my curiosity. This tribe. Once hailed as mighty warriors. Now they're just sitting around, waiting for someone to save them. If it's not their matron they're hoping for, then it's for the pillar to flood the village in scarlet light. They've lost their purpose and are desperate for someone to give it back to them. That's what they call their priestess. She disappeared long ago and never returned. The Volker claim she took Mater's favor with her, leaving them cursed. They act like a spoiled child whose mother suddenly got cross with them, and they can't understand what is happening. It should be amusing, but somehow it's not. That's a good question. The pillar reacted to me when I first arrived, although very faintly. And now it's reacting to you for some undeniably fascinating reasons I'd love to hear about. But here's the real puzzle. Why does the pillar respond to creatures touched by the Wyrdness? And what exactly are they waiting for if nothing is ever enough? I doubt even Angsvar could answer that, but you should ask him anyway. I'm quite curious to hear what he'll tell you. Meet me later at the temple, fellow brother in the Wyrdness. I have a feeling we'll have plenty to talk about.
come closer, dearie. My, what a fetching lad you are. And all the way out here in the Forlorn Swords. Tell me, have you come looking for a strong Del Reader wife? You're a real charmer, aren't you? That's one of the things I miss about travelling across Avalon. Men outside the Forlorn Swords know how to use their words, make a woman feel special. The Del Reader don't put much stock in talk, especially the Volker. But it's still nice to hear something kind now and then. If all the Volker you met were like this sorry lot, then I'm not surprised I seem like the odd one out. I remember the feasts we used to have, the celebrations. Any excuse was good enough. Then I left for a couple of decades and came back to this. We were never the cheeriest folk, but now it's like they've all got a frost grot up their arses. Aye, ever since I was little, I wanted to see the world. I tried joining the Stone Wardens, but I've got two left hands when it comes to their craft. So, I did what many young Del Reader do when they want a taste of freedom. I became a mercenary. I loved the road, but then the years started catching up to me, so I came back and set up my shop. Hush, no. This is my home. Always has been. I bore a son and daughter here. Left them to be raised by their fathers into proper Volker. But I came back from time to time to visit. I always knew I'd return one day. But it was when I met my grandchildren that I truly knew it was time to leave wandering behind. I do sometimes, but these days I'm content just reading about it. Oh, which reminds me, I've been waiting for my journal to be delivered. I heard from a friend that they wrote an article about me, but everything arrives late in this blasted village. Would you be so kind as to check the road and see if the merchant is on the way? Ah, thank you, dearie. You're a sweet one, aren't you? Yes, dearie. Ah, yes! Thank you, my sweet. Here, take this for your trouble. Now, I know what I'll be reading before bed. Ah, so you've read the article. My, now I really do need to catch up on it. Well, one day, I was standing by the caravan, minding my own business, when a woman came up to me. She had a black eye and a look of pure desperation. Said she didn't know who to turn to, but since I was a mercenary, she wanted to hire me. Told me she'd caught her husband hurting their little girl. At first I told her to go to the chieftain. Among the Del Reader, that's an offence that gets you made nameless, beaten black and blue. But she said it didn't work like that where she came from. That's exactly what I told her. Leave the bastard, take the girl, go back to her first family. But she said if she went back to her father, he'd beat her too, and then send her right back to her husband. That's when I said, enough is enough, and I took matters into my own hands. A child may not yet have a name, but a child is still weak and defenseless. To harm one is to lose your honor, your hands, and your name. As for adults, a Del Reader who's earned their name belongs to no one but themselves. They come and go as they please. and to strike your spouse. Heh. What honor is there in hurting the one who loves and trusts you above all else? In time, I learned to spot them myself. Some didn't want to talk. Others didn't trust me. But then there were those desperate for any help at all. So, I helped. One way or another.
If it stinks, cut off your nose. Problem solved. If it tastes bad, slice off your tongue. No taste, no complaints, eh? And I will not have to hear you whining. Everyone wins. So, no one's told you yet that the one by the biggest hearth is Aki, the worst cook among all Dalarida cooks? Huh. Surprising. So, I'm Aki. Welcome. It's about the Volkers and their terrible taste. They're always whining about my food. How is it that we can bleed, tear ourselves apart, and that's all fine? But the moment they have to eat something unconventional, they act like a Camelot whore tossed into a vat of boiling water. Huh? They hate it. They gag every time they walk past. Bunch of fools. They'd rather eat raw weirdeer guts than what I prepare. They don't care that my meal's more nourishing. And besides, I like it. Oh, believe me, outsider, I've tried. Every time it's ended up with me punching them for what they said about my dish. Or them punching me for making something so, fucking disgusting. Yeah. I can barely breathe through my broken nose. Aye, that's what I think too. Here, take it. Give it a try.
What do you want? Unless you can tell me where my ear is, I got nothing to say to you. My woman. She ran off into the forest and left me behind. You're a stranger. So you wouldn't understand what a stain on Dalriada honour it is to lose your woman like this. So now, I just sit here, staring into the bottom of this mug, hoping one day I'll drown in it. That's all there is to my story. Why should I tell you? I don't even talk to my own kin about it, let alone some outsider. Well, since you put it that way, sure, we can talk. Eira. She's a tough one. Toughest of the Volker, no doubt. They even wrote songs about the two of us, standing side by side against hordes of enemies. But after our matron left, and took the recipe for the Berserker potion with her, something changed in Eira. She became obsessed with recreating the formula. I hate to admit it, but I got caught up in it too. I think so. Poor Eira didn't have much talent for alchemy. Her ambition far outpaced her skill. We tested every concoction on ourselves. They always left me weak as a wet rag, but Eira, she got stronger. But her mind, it broke. She became more unpredictable than ever. One day, after another fight, she hit me over the head, hard enough to knock me out cold. When I woke up, she was gone, just like that. Of course, the fiercest in the Volker tribe. Kids used to fight over who'd get one of us as their father for the trial. Those were glorious days. But they're long gone now. Oh, I've tried. Over and over. But every time I got close, she'd hide. I know she was there. I could feel her out there. But she wouldn't let me see her. Maybe she knows something I don't. Maybe she's waiting for the right moment to come back. Aye, my poor, wonderful Eira. Start here. I saw traces that she'd been there. That's a network of tunnels most people wouldn't dare to enter. I'm no spelunker. I'd just get lost and starve if I went in. But Eira loved that place. She'd go there whenever the kids or the tribe got on her nerves. I'd give everything I have to bring her back. No matter the madness, anger, or whatever it is that's taken her. She's my Eira.
Looking for something useful or just passing time?
An outsider in the Volker village. Now that's a rare sight. People rarely venture far enough to reach our little corner of the Forlorn Swords. May I ask what brings you here? The Moot? In the Mother Mines? I've always wanted to see the capital, though maybe under different circumstances. But I'm afraid you might have come all this way for nothing. We've never been close to the other tribes. When we had the Berserkers, they thought us mad. And now that we don't, we're useless to them. Nothing we do ever pleases them, so why bother? Not filled with doom and gloom, you mean? Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't very kind of me. The tribe is like a family to me. It pains me to see them suffer so much, but I wish they could just wake up from their stupor. There's still life to be lived, happiness to be found. There's no honor in giving up. That's not how a Vulcar should act. She was right about many things. Nisa and I were even thinking about leaving with her, but I can't. I can't leave the village. I have a duty to stay here, even if nothing ever comes of it. I doubt Vran would have been happy with me joining her. She's always had a strong sense of duty. Where did you meet Vran? I am. I have Nisa, and I love her. I have my people, and I love them too. We've survived so much, and they're acting like it doesn't even matter. We should be trying to build something new, not just weeping over what we've lost. I understand sorrow, but there comes a moment when it's just pointless. No, I don't think she abandoned us at all. What kind of mother abandons her children just because they've done something wrong? Maybe she's just showing us it's time to find our own path. We can't cling to our mother's skirts forever.
Still.
Hello again, fellow outsider. Welcome to the heart of the Vulcar's desolation. Why, chasing mysteries, of course. You know what I find most fascinating about the Vulcar? Almost all of them carry the faint scent of the Wyrdness. The traces of it run through their veins, like tiny sparks lighting them from within. That caught my curiosity, so here I am, trying to satisfy it. Angsvar let me stay because the pillar glowed when I arrived, and everyone decided it meant something. Salvation, a new beginning, anything to pull them out of this mire. I turned out to be none of those things. So I promised him I'd at least try to figure out how to open these damn doors without the matron's totem. So far, I've failed spectacularly at that too. There's no priestess, no goddess, and barely any believers. Hardly enough to call it a temple, is it? Faith breaks so easily. That's why we don't believe in locking it away in buildings. Or people, for that matter. Other than their famous battle rage being less about their goddess's wrath and more about the Wyrdness churning behind these doors? Not much, sadly. The mysteries just keep piling up, as they always do. Speaking of which, there's something I want to ask you. You're not one of my kin, yet you almost feel like one. It's a bit distracting. Tell me, what's your secret? I did say almost, didn't I? I may not know every Pict on Avalon, but I know my own when I see them. It's always a pleasure to...
He'd be the first I'd like to kill. But without my husband and without my calling, I don't know what would happen to me if they'd cast me out. Well, I'll manage somehow. I've survived one heartbreak with Meder. I'll survive another. Now, please, just leave me alone. I don't believe Meder was speaking to him. And I know what I'm talking about. Before I got married, my greatest dream was to become the Volker matron. But I believe that he believed it. That's why they thought he was mad. If I had become a priestess, Tega would still be alive. I would have loved him from afar, but at least he'd still be here. It's hard not to. Maybe there was something I could have done. Maybe I missed some symptoms, signs that his illness was getting worse. It's nice of you to try and comfort me, but I need to deal with my grief on my own. Though I'll admit, right now, I'd gladly kill half of my tribe. Especially those who refuse to grant him a good death. Maybe he was. He definitely hadn't been himself lately. You see, my Tega was never a particularly pious man. I sent him to appease Meder with an offering once when my health began to fail. I won't lie. I was frustrated with my own weakness because going to the temple had always been both my duty and my joy. But Tega went there because he loved me deeply. That's when it all started. I recovered, but he kept going to the temple. Sometimes multiple times a day. He said Meder was speaking to him and that it was his duty to listen to her. He said the fate of our marriage and the fate of all the Volker depended on it. The problem was he started taking all the food we had and we began to go hungry. That's when the real arguments started. So what fate of our marriage was he even talking about? Now that I think about it, it was such a stupid reason to fight. I should have gone with him, found out what he was talking about. But what's done is done. Tega's dead. Go ahead if you want to. I've been there myself, but Meder didn't say a word to me, as you can probably imagine. But who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe there really is something that reveals itself only to the chosen. If you find it, kill it for me, in Tega's memory. I'd be lying if I said it's the dream of every little Volker girl. It's the most respected position for a woman in our tribe, but it's also the heaviest responsibility. If Meder's voice truly exists, it doesn't speak with words. You feel it in your soul. It's a calling. And her voice was screaming inside me. I truly wanted to give myself to her. But the elders decided I wasn't fit for the role. And then there was Tega, whom I learned to love in time. Easy or not, it was my calling. And I truly believed I was the right choice. But the elders said I was too hot-headed to bear that responsibility. Me? Hot-headed? Can you believe that? Exactly. Go ahead, try saying otherwise. If every Dilrida was as honest as I am, our tribes would have united and supported each other long ago. No one's going to try and convince me otherwise.
It's always a pleasure to see you,
Blessings. No, Mather, as you've probably guessed, I'm frail. That's what they call me when they cast me out of my tribe. I took refuge here because I thought it best to hide in plain sight. Please, don't turn me in. I'll die out there in the wilderness. Nothing wrong, I swear. I take some offerings from the altar when no one's looking. But no much. Just enough so nobody notices. Sometimes people come seeking comfort, and some want to hear Mather's voice. I'm no Mather, but I can't turn a blind eye to a suffering soul. But you don't look like a Volker to me. I'm no wrong, am I? Perhaps you'll grant me the mercy I won't find among the tribes. I'm no harming anyone here, I swear. What do you mean? Dead? What happened? Oh, I've been so worried about him. He's been gone for so long, but death... Oh, Tigger. Oh, what a tragedy. It's all my fault. I should have stayed quiet. Oh, what have I done? I thought I was helping him. He would come to me, talk about his problems with Helmi. I helped him the best I could. I comforted him, like a good mother should. Mather is our mother. I just wanted to help her out. Give that nice boy some hope. In honour of my own children, who now gaze upon Mather's face. My fate is now in your hands. I wouldn't be able to best you in a duel. What is your decision? Thank you. Oh, thank Mather. I promise I'll be as quiet as a mouse. No one will hear a word from me. May Mather's light shine over your path.
So my Tega never lost his honor. He was deceived. At least now he can rest in peace. His name no longer stained by madness. Oh, if only I could get my hands on that blasphemous wretch! Tell me, who is she? Have you killed her? Not like I have much of a choice, do I? At least my Tega got his justice. Thank you, outsider. You've done a great service. May Medar guide you on your journey.
things then.
This is my lucky day.
This is my lucky day.
This is my lucky day.
You're well.
This is my lucky day.
Gold belongs to us. You'll regret this.
What's that noise?
We'll make short work of you. Belongs to us. Your road ends here. Oh, is that supposed to hurt? You're no match for our band. You'll regret this. You're only making me angrier! Your money or your life? Keep your wits about you. Your gold belongs to us now. You'll regret this. Oh my. You're in for a world of hurt! Oh, is that supposed to hurt? Who goes there? I'll make you pay for that. Your wealth is ours. and you... You're in for a world of hurt!
Aye, speak quick. I'll take a look.